Alright guys, so our loan calculator is now working. We get our results, we get an error if things aren't entered correctly. Now we're going to implement the loading image and just improve the user experience a little bit. So I'm going to uncomment the loader here and save, and you'll see that now it's going to show both the results and the loader. Now I'm going to actually use CSS to initially hide both of these. So I'm going to go up to the head. You could put this in a separate CSS file if you want, but it's such a little amount of CSS, I don't think that's necessary. But basically we're just going to take the ID of loading, and we want to set display to none. Okay, and then actually we just put a comma here because we want both display to none, so we can also say results display none. So if I save, that's going to get rid of both, and this is what we want the user to see when they first come to the app. Alright, so let's go into app.js. Now the way that we were doing this is going to change a little bit. What happens now is when they submit it, it calls calculate results right away. So I'm going to actually change this and just make this call a function like this. Okay, because we basically want to delay calculate results. All right, and since this is no longer an event handler, we can take this E out, and then we want to get rid of the prevent default. Where is it? Right here. Get rid of that. Okay, and then we want the prevent default to be down here. Okay, and we want to make sure we pass in E right here. So what I want to do is I want to show the loader as soon as this is clicked. Okay, so right here we're going to say, let's say show loader. Actually, we want to make sure the results are hidden too, so we want to say hide results. Even though they're already hidden by default, what's going to happen is if they calculate and show the results and then they hit calculate again, the results are still going to show. So we want them to always be hidden right away. So let's say document dot get element by ID, and we want to get the results ID, and we want to just say dot style dot display equals none. Okay, and then for the loader, I'm just going to copy this and paste this in. So for the loader, we want to change this. Is it loading or loader? It's loading. All right, so the ID of loading we want to set to block. Okay, so let's save this and click calculate, and it shows our little spinner. All right. Now I want this to show for 2 seconds before it calculates. So what we're going to do is, again, we're going to use set timeout, which is a great function or method. It's part of the window object, and we want to call calculate results after 2 seconds. Okay, so what we'll do is save. Let's put something in here. Calculate. It's going to load. 2 seconds later, nothing happens. And the reason for that is because results, the ID, is still set to none. Okay, it's still set to display none. So we actually have to change that. Let's copy this. We're going to go down into calculate results, and we're going to go after the calculation. So let's see. If is finite, we want to go inside here and go right here, and we want the results to show. So we'll set this to block, and we'll say show results, and we also want to hide the spinner or the loader. All right, so we're going to set the loading ID to none. All right, so let's try it again. Calculate. Okay, 2 seconds. There it is. All right. If I click calculate again, 2 seconds, and it shows. Now, if we don't have anything in here, let's say calculate, and shows that. All right, so what we want to do is just hide this in the show error. So let's take this hide loader line and let's put this, actually I want to make sure both of these are hidden, so I'm going to copy both of these lines, and in show error right at the top, let's paste these in. Okay, so hide loader, that's fine, but we also want to hide the results if there are any, so we'll set this to none. Alright, so now if I click calculate, it's going to calculate, figure out something's wrong, and say please check your numbers. Alright, so that's it, guys. I hope you like this project. I know it's a small project, but I think that it has a lot to it in terms of dealing with the DOM, and gives you a good foundation to create your own types of calculators or converters, things like that. You should be able to build, you know, a Celsius to Fahrenheit converter or something like that. All right, so thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.